Hey Pisces, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm here to give you a general timeless reading. I hope you're doing good. I hope everything is unfolding very, very well in your life. And I hope that this reading serves you. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if it resonates with you, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It takes a second. It makes me smile. And you may find a lot of very positive things here. All right. Spirit, angels, beings of love, light, please bring in the most relevant, accurate, and important messages for Pisces. Especially in regards to money. I forgot to mention that this is a money and finances reading. So in regards to that, thank you. I'll be taking the cards upright. All right, so I see here, some of you may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you may be trying to be very much in your thoughts, in your head, but in a good way. And you may be having a little bit of a challenge with your emotions. Some of you could be maybe feeling the energies at this time, you know, the full moon and the retrogrades and everything a little bit too intensely. You may feel like it's perhaps intervening with your productivity a bit or with your ideas, with your focus. Some of you are aiming for a very, very narrow focus at this time. Maybe you're focusing on your routines to maybe get a specific goal, to basically move everything in your life in the direction of something you're desiring. And I feel Pisces, and I feel that you know that if you do that and you just focus, you can get to where you want to go. But then here we have with the challenge, the King of Cups. You know, you are emotionally mature. At this time, there's a lot coming to the surface that calls you to be in that emotional maturity. And it may feel inconvenient for some of you. You may be like, I don't have time for this. I need to be in the mind. I need to be in the productivity of thought and task, problem solving. And there comes this energy that is like super emotional, demanding from you your best to handle it. Some of you here have been working on and building on your physical realm, your home, your body as your home, your finances, your savings, your business plans, your job, your side hustle. Some of you have been really building up a lot of mastery and energy into that area of your life. And I feel like some of you have recently experienced an epiphany. Some of you, you know, it can show in different ways for every single one of you. But there is some kind of epiphany that is happening in the present moment. Maybe through these emotional experiences. Maybe because of the astrological alignments. It could really be whatever. It doesn't really matter where it's coming from at this time in this reading. But I do see that something makes a click. It's like, okay, you thought something was going to take ages to happen. You may have thought that you needed to focus everything you got to make it happen. And then you realize, you guys can expect a in every one of my readings. You may realize like, okay, there is this new awareness. Things don't have to take that long. Maybe with this kind of help, I have that made. Some of you are realizing that quantum leaps are a thing. That's something that you thought was impossible, that would require you to work for the rest of your life in order to like have happen or solve. All of a sudden with one app or one new belief or one financial I'm hearing guru, which is kind of weird, but like a financial advisor, software. All of a sudden, the problem is not there anymore. It's solved. You know what I mean? Like, there are things that you're not aware of, that you're becoming aware of, that are supporting your path into higher abundance. I'm hearing someone here is gonna go to like the dollar store for the first time or something, or you may find like this brand or place in which maybe the same thing that you were buying for $500 a month all of a sudden is 100. You know, that kind of thing. Discounts, promos. Some of you may be discovering some kind of like crowdfunding page, or you may be getting like a lifelong sponsor. I don't know, Pisces. But there is an answer that is coming here. And it just, aha moment. Aha moment. And it's given to you by the divine. So for those of you who haven't really asked for those answers, ask for them with the belief and the certainty that there are things out there you haven't tried. There are things out there that have worked incredibly for other people. There are things out there that you've never heard of that could erase a long-term burden in a day, in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, be open to that and ask the divine for that guidance. Ask the divine to basically take you there. I'm getting a reference to, for some reason, my own experience with organization and like ADHD and stuff. I like to do everything in the world, like everything that makes me happy, I do, which is cool, thank God. But of course, you can imagine my planner, my emails are a little bananas. And I've used some apps that just change that forever, and I am not experiencing any issues with that ever again. You know, kind of like that feeling. Sometimes my guides guide me to think of examples in my life so you guys can kind of get an example and draw the parallels. And that's what I'm getting, which is, you know, interesting. I have been using these apps for years, and yeah, before that, my life was an absolute mess. It's true. And yeah, they made a change in a day and I never looked back. It's true. There is an app, like if this is you and you need some productivity like hacks that are ADHD proof and Pisces proof and like light worker proof, Artful Agenda, and the app Routine Flow. Also the organizer Monday.com and Plannable.com for social media. All right. That's yeah. So I don't know, they're guiding me to that. So maybe some of you are thinking about that. I don't know. Anyway, in the near future, it seems like you're going to be taking better care of your resources, better care of your energy, of your time, of your desire, of your money. Some of you are really going to be making some changes in like budget and things like that. Some of you are realizing that, you know, you can get the same exact products, services, even better ones for like less than half what you were paying before. And I get that it has a lot to do with these like epiphanies. Now I'm getting referred to my team and people who I've hired. You know, in the past, I had assistants that I would pay like a salary to. And, you know, it seemed perfectly fine by me. You know, it seemed like a very fair salary. But when I went to like Upwork, for example, and realized I was paying like fucking like 10 times what I could pay for that same kind of assistance. And now I work with someone called Jay, who is currently in India, and he works by the hour. And because of the currency exchange, for me, it feels very affordable. For him, it's very abundant of a salary or of a fee. So it works for both of us. Things like that, that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, it's not shortcuts, but it's like little hacks. Like, the universe giving you all of these answers to, like, hack all of your problems. Now I'm getting this reference to, like, Amazon and, like, little products that make your life easier. Little hacks. And I'm getting that they're bringing these answers to you in a way because you really are trying your best, Pisces, to solve these problems without those answers. It's like you're really making an effort to be more productive. You're really making an effort to be healthier. You're really making an effort to be more intentional, to be of service, to be more kind, more whatever. It's like they see you making a conscious effort to keep your boundaries, to set your boundaries. And therefore, it's like, okay, we see you, Pisces. Let's make that easier for you so you don't have to spend that much energy sustaining what is yours. In the environment, some of you may have someone. Could be an Aries, could be a Leo, could be a Sag. And it doesn't have to be the case, you know, but this is a very fiery energy. This is someone who inspires you. Know that this person is different to you, okay? They may work differently. The things that work for them could be different. You see them perhaps waking up early, going for a run, and then doing this, that, the other. Maybe they have their family, their business, their health, everything in check. You know, maybe their life is absolutely amazing. And some of you are looking around and seeing people do what they do. And you may be like, oh, I wish I could do that. Like, why can't I do that? And what Spirit is saying here is you can, but it may not be in the same way as they do. Maybe what works for you is not what works for them. Maybe if they were to try to do things your way, they wouldn't be able to. So they're making a lot of emphasis on these retrogrades, almost like revising your habits, the way that you do things, the way that the systems are set in place. I'm getting a reference to like pairing up things as well. So let's say that you always shower in the morning because that's the part of your routine that is just the way it is. Well, how about while you shower, you do 20 squats or you set your intention for the day out loud, or you, I don't know, do some tapping. I have no idea, but like pair things up. If every single day you take your coffee in the morning and that is just something that you always do, well, how about you take some supplements at the same time? And that way you'll never forget them. Or how about every time you have your coffee, you light an incense or a candle, or I don't know. But pairing things up they're making a reference to that as well. Every time that you go on your commute, let that be your time to maybe listen to readings or connect. Maybe let that be your time in which you're learning French. I have no idea. Okay, Pisces, but yeah, they're making a lot of emphasis on these kind of things. Now we got here the Three of Cups in your hopes and fears. Some of you may need to get control almost a little bit Some of you may need to take control over these kind of things so you can regulate your energy, therefore regulating how you feel. Some of you may feel better, and by feeling better, you are more able to show up for your loved ones or for others in general. And I do see here, even though it is in the reverse, I just feel like I should leave it in the reverse. You know, this reading kind of makes sense to leave it in the reverse. And it is to step out of a space of feeling not good enough, feeling rejected, abandoned, like you're not loved or welcome. I feel like you're stepping out of that. But it's because you're working on yourself and making yourself better, showing up the right way. So, food for thought. Recommendations, those apps I mentioned. Alexa can help. What else?
If this is a life-threatening situation, please dial emergency services directly from your phone. Otherwise, I can help you with specific questions, like how to connect to Bluetooth. To learn more about what I can do, take a look at the Things to Try section in the Alexa app.
Okay. Message received. So yeah, if this is a life-threatening situation, if you feel like your life is out of control, if you feel like things are falling through the cracks, like your household is falling apart, your family's falling apart because you can't really take control over these things, that could help. Apps can help. The book High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard can help. 4-Hour Work Week. Marie Forleo. Brad Yates on YouTube for tapping. Like, there are infinite recommendations, but I think those of you that are resonating with this reading, take the time to write those down and check them out. Believe me, if you're resonating with this, that could be the answer you've been hoping for, okay? Yeah. So, Pisces, with this, I'm going to be finishing the reading now. I'm going to leave all the info in the description box below. Not from these recommendations. I'm going to leave the info for, my services, the website, the online courses I offer, the services I offer. So, yeah. I love you, Pisces, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my loves.